Okay, we're interviewing Dan Harter, Village of Florida Mayor today. First, we'd like to know how and when you came to Florida.
Well, I have always been in Florida. I'm fourth generation. My family originally came over in 1911. Prior to that, my grandmother's side was already here. And they started as blackbird farmers, and we've been here ever since. I went to SS Seward. I graduated in 2002, went to Rutgers, and came back in 2008, and have been here ever since.
What did you study at Rutgers?
Anthropology, with a premise on Paleolithic stuff such as Ice Age. So we're right on the precipice here of the Black Dirt region, which is loaded with a lot of prehistoric Pleistocene megafauna and Clovis Paleo-Indian artifacts and whatnot, so it was a nice little fit.
Oh. Yeah. And what were you going to do with that professionally?
It started out, I've always been a giant, prehistory fan, so dinosaurs and whatnot. I wanted to do paleontology originally. Chemistry was a little bit, the geophysicists were a little difficult also, so it was easier to do the anthropology aspects. So I switched a little more to the current time.
So what did you do when you graduated?
When I graduated, I worked at a private hunting club over in Warwick, Black Meadow. It's a pheasant hunting area, and I did habitat management there. I was in charge of the facility, making sure that it was prime habitat for wildlife and for the clients and outdoorsmen to enjoy. So I did that for 17 years. Long time.
And how did you segue out of that?
Outdoors have always been a big passion for me, so I was, now I run a taxidermy business here in the village, so that business got too big and too busy, so I had to make a decision. I also became mayor in 2018, so I had three things pulling at me, and it was time to move on. So I went full time with taxidermy, and for this position as mayor, I'm right in the village all the time, and it was just a nice fit.
So the taxidermy business is gone now?
No, I still have it.
Oh, okay.
I still have it. But I kind of I split my day up. I come here for a few hours. I go do work down there, come back lunchtime for an hour or so, and then in the afternoon I'll come back for a few hours. And then certain days during the week, I'll dedicate a whole day or 2 days during the week to do what we got to do for the village, and the evenings.
How did you decide to run for mayor?
Well, my grandfather was mayor of the village for close to 30 years. I think he was 27 years, something like that. And it was always cool to see him be the mayor, and I saw what he did for the village and the things he accomplished, and I was a kid at the time. And timing wise, it never came up. The prior mayor said he wasn't going to run again. So I said, you know what, let me throw my hat in the ring, give it a shot, and just lay out my platform, see what I can, see what the people think, and just ultimately kind of give everybody a choice to, so it's not just a cut and dry, this is the guy.
What had your father accomplished, or your grandfather?
My grandfather, he purchased the water plant from the Green, I think it was the Florida Waterworks at the time. So he purchased it for the village, so now it was village run and owned. He also purchased a portion of the Glenmuir Lake watershed, which is where the Glenmuir Park is now. I think that was 97 acres. Multiple grants. He also helped with my grandmother. They were very important in getting the Florida Public Library a place to build. Prior to that, it was in a trailer, and then it was also in a little segue over here on the corner on Main Street. So they were able to get the property to build, and it's still here. And now they're looking to expand. So it's kind of a neat little progressionary growth that while I'm here, that I can help them see it through.
So what's going on with the library now?
They're looking to double their size. It's a very active place. As you guys see, there's a lot of cars going around. They run a great program for kids. They do a lot of things for the community. They're very engaged and active in the community, and it's a great place for kids to go and learn and just enjoy right here in the middle of the village. So they want to expand the capacity to hold people. Right now it's tight. There's a lot of stuff in there. So they want to take the basement and make that a whole second floor and split the entranceway top and bottom so you can get in from the front, and I guess designate certain areas for different programs and purposes for their overall programs. And hopefully they do it in the next couple years.
What kind of new programs did they bring in?
Off the top of my head, they do a lot of younger kids stuff. They bring in special guests to read to them. They do activities. My nephew, he goes there a lot. My sister-in-law, she's a teacher. I kind of use her as a litmus test, and she says it's a great program for all the kids. Specifics, off the top of my head, I'd have to talk to the director to just give you more detail on that.
Are there political things going on about what goes into the library, like Moms for Liberty? I know there's
Not that I'm aware of. It seems to be apolitical, which is nice. I think library is a place for knowledge, and let people make their own decisions. We live in a great country where you can read and come to your own conclusions. So.
And what were your visions when you decided to run? What did you run? What was your platform when you first ran there? What was your vision and intention?
My platform was to generically make it a better place, which included infrastructure upgrades, shared services, expansion of parkland, and try to just make Florida the best it can be. There's always, and now that I've been in this a few years now, I see that that's an ongoing process, and there's always new things that come up. But infrastructure has been a big thing, and we're making.
Which infrastructure?
Right now, we're targeting water and sewer. We're also targeting and working with the state to get Route 94 completed. There's nothing in our power to do it. It's all through New York State DOT and that government system. But we can give them guidance on what our municipality needs. So crosswalks, extra lights, traffic lights, anything that we see on a day-to-day basis that they may not be aware of, and engineer not to the best of their ability. So we try to work with them on that. The water plant, that's been ongoing. When we came on, we found out that the plant was in dire need of upgrades. So we were able to get a grant, the WIA grant. It was $3 million through New York State. Right now, we currently have one of the new filter systems up and running, and we should have it all completed by the end of this year, which is a huge accomplishment. Top water, surface water reservoirs, New York really doesn't like anymore. They like wells. We explored wells. Within the village, we're very limited on how and where we can drill for municipal water use. So right now, the lake's all we got. The lake is where we have to focus our efforts and energy, and I'm hoping to work with the county, who owns a majority of the lake, to increase its productivity and yield, and hopefully that will happen this year also, to move forward and make it a generational accomplishment where this won't have to be an issue anymore for our lifetime. And then once we get the water plant done, I'd like to start doing more water main repairs. We have a lot of outdated water mains. The Florida Water Works was around for a long time, and some of those lines are over 100 years old. So we need to get those up, replaced and modernized, so that we don't have as many water main breaks that we get throughout the year. Winter's usually the worst for water main breaks, but they can happen at any time, especially with the high traffic we get now, just with the overall increase in the village as a whole, New York as a whole. It's a mecca now. And when these things were designed, built, they just don't handle the amount of beating they get from the 18-wheelers and the heavy-duty machinery that drives through on an hourly basis now. And the sewer plant, We need to do new sludge pumps on it. We've done a lot there, but there's always something to do. It's an old plant. It's from the 70s. We've replaced all the RBC units there. We've replaced headworks there. So now we'd have to do the sludge pumps. We have to do a couple other aspects internally in the facility itself. And then just like the water mains, some of the sewer mains we have been relining, but there's always more to go, miles of them to go. And just try to keep up with it. Every few years do a little bit, a few hundred feet here and get them all done.